Welcome to the second annual XRP Digital City Community Meeting, and happy 2021. I'm really glad you're all here. As part of our rotating leadership, I am currently acting as temporary administrator for this year's XRP Digital City Community Meeting. Welcome to all the newcomers. Glad you invested, right? I think you'll find that this community is one of the brightest, most innovative, and altruistic of all of the digital cities in existence. Can someone come and get their son? He's levitating again and the hovering is sort of affecting the acoustics. Thank you. So we've had a very tumultuous couple of years. 2018 was the year of testing and infrastructure. It was also the year of the XRP pessimist. But you were resilient. 2019 and 2020 were the years of transparency and immense, immeasurable prosperity for the world and for digital investors like yourselves. So much information came out in the past few years that was quite shocking. Much of it was virtuous, and some of it was way beyond our human comprehension. Many people weren't ready for it. There were mass arrests, revolts of all kinds, and many of our leaders and governmental bodies of the world, as you knew them, are now shells of what they were 2 years ago, thankfully. We were told some pretty appalling stuff about not all but most of them, and the kinds of reprehensible activities they were involved in. And the world is still recovering from that. Many, many levels of diabolical nature were uncovered and eradicated from many whose word you trusted. Names came up that were familiar, like the Clintons, otherwise known as Billary or Killary, the Rothschilds, the Bush family, and so on. Many of them have since been subverted. As the world continues to heal from the shock, we move into the greatest age we've ever known, the age of enlightened abundance, true freedom, and humanitarian reconnection. This week, the XRP Digital City is tabling funding ideas for the next residential community project. Beyond that, next time, we'll review the submitted ideas for the global projects as well. Ultimately, we will fund the most popular global project ideas decided by your community vote. So here are the ideas that were submitted by the community. Rebuilding and enhancing the community bridge security gate, planting exotic fruit trees, community banjos, community Lambos. It looks like this person can't spell very well. Do we even need Lambos in the community? I think we have sky cars now. I mean, kids are levitating, for Christ's sakes. Oh, they've got skybows? I should have known. Somebody shoot me. Okay, the next ones, we've got launching an organic, panoramic, biodynamic fruit farm. Building out the animal sanctuary to include those animals that have been neglected, abused, or otherwise left behind in natural disasters. Ongoing training for certain community members to healing missions out in the neighboring community to deliver mobile medical aid to people who need it most. The building of new alternative housing structures through the use of newly released Tesla energy. We are already looking at geodesic domes, but I thank you for that. Someone is requesting that Dogecoin holders be allowed to move into the community. Is that a joke? It's not a funny one. Look, they knew those memes were unintelligent when they battered the community with them repeatedly on Twitter. Well, I've also heard that the Bitcoin City voted for a 24-hour live stream of some of their members on the intranet. What's that? No, it's just them giving their opinion of what they think we're doing. The more things change, right? Some of you need to remember that being among a new class of influencers now, you yield a lot of power out in the world, and money does talk. Digital money talks faster, and as we know, XRP talks the fastest. So, we have more of a direct connection to decisions being made in the world than we ever did before, so please keep that in mind. And, like last year, we vote with our digital handprint so that your voices are heard. Thus far, thanks to this community's influence, free energy technology is now being released further to propagate better, more advanced communities like the XRP Digital City. Formerly known alternative healing methodologies are also being released. Cancer, for the first time, is no longer considered incurable, and people are having miraculous recoveries thanks to the release of formerly suppressed health and healing technologies. Globally, we're seeing the eradication of the exploitation of innocent people. It's beginning to happen. Places like Haiti and the formerly trafficked Haitian children are now safe once again. We haven't quite eliminated child trafficking, but we're making great strides, and the world now knows about it. Destabilizing the Clinton Foundation was just the beginning. Alien technology is now a household term. I know, the Greys yawn. And we are using much of their highly evolved technology for the benefit of this planet. The microchip is now forever optional only, and the harmful 5G technology that was rolled out is now being rolled right back up in favor of other less harmful technologies. What we were calling the mainstream media no longer dominates our airwaves and is now seen by most of the world for what it actually is: satirical comic relief. A new class of people has emerged, and the overriding theme is helping those around you. People are not as quick to call themselves Republican or Democrat. The question is no longer, what political party do you affiliate yourself with, but who are you helping? There is so much great wealth, yet there is still so much scarcity and deficiency, and we've hardly scratched the surface of what we can accomplish together. Now, being part of the great influx of new abundance, many of you naturally had to go through a sort of evolutionary period of your own before you got here. Lambos and mansions for many of you were eventually replaced with your newfound thirst for helpful technology and a desire to effect the kinds of changes that your wealth has now afforded you. In the midst of all this wealth, you saw your fellow man still suffering. You woke up, formed alliances to help, and the XRP city community was born. So here we all are. Beautiful job. And as we all know, it never was just about the wealth. Happy New Year.